Hey, what's going on, my beautiful friends and legends and epic badasses? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And I have a special guest on this morning with me, the one, the only, Kim Ballum. Good morning, Kim.
Morning.
Peace.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. How's things going in your neck of the woods?
Good, good. It's April and it's still a ripe 20 degrees. I'm ready
Mm,
for some
love
good
it.
weather.
Love it. Well, let's heat things up here. Let's
All
heat
right,
things up for the people. Let's
let's
heat
go.
things up for the people.
Yeah.
Uh, Friends, we're going to be talking about what you need to know as an affiliate marketer in 2025. And this conversation could be one of the most important conversations that you hear because we're going to give you some over how many years have you been doing this, Kim?
2.5. Well, November of 2022. Am I at 2.5?
I was gonna say that nearly I think we still can say that nearly 2 decades of experience here with
Oh,
me and Kim. See that I'm a marketer.
uh-huh.
Remember,
Yeah. Wait,
it's about
find that. Yeah.
it's about teeing it up, but it's also true, right? I
Mhm.
think marketing. One thing that is important about marketing is learning how to communicate your value, learning how to communicate who you are and what you do. And first and foremost, I think we should start right there. And one thing that you all need to understand and know is that when you meet somebody in person and say, for example, I just love this health, wealth, and relationships, right? It's something that we can all relate to. That's why they're large. That's why they're some of the big niches, largest niches in the game. If I go up to somebody, nice young lady, and I said, "Would you like to go to bed?" Say I'm single, of course. Would you like to go to bed right now? No, hey, I might get a few yeses. Okay. No, I mean, I'm not saying out of eight
2025.
I'm not saying out of 8 billion people that somebody, or I guess what, 4 or 5 billion women, that somebody might not, say yes, but the majority of people are going to say creep and walk away, right? Get the heck out of there. Like, who's this creep? And so, just like when you walk by in the mall and they hand out the samples, you ever get the samples of like the bourbon chicken?
Oh, yeah.
They don't try to sell you the whole dish right up front.
You got
They
to
know you gotta taste it. You gotta get a little appetizer.
Right.
They know. Is everybody listening to this? You guys hearing this? We're dropping something here right in the front of the show, getting right into the meat and potatoes. That if you listen to this, it's going to be a big deal. Because I see a lot of you guys trying to sell the entire plate. You're trying to sell the whole dish right up front. You're trying to say, hey, welcome to Dave's Bourbon Chicken Store. Dave's Bourbon Chicken Store is the best bourbon chicken in the world. You guys come on in because it's Dave's. It's mine. The plates of food are amazing. Can I give it to you? Can I sell it to you? Come take it. It's going to change your life. It's going to fill your belly. It's going to make you feel good. I'm so excited about it. And you should be too. Dave's Bourbon Chicken. And if I'm walking by somebody in the mall, in the food court, who came there to shop, they didn't come there to eat. Nobody came on social media to buy your thing. They came to shop and do what they want. But they got their own agenda, not yours. So we must stab our little bourbon chicken and put it on a little toothpick and say, hey, Kim, would you like to just try some of the best bourbon chicken? Because maybe you're hungry from running all around and doing all this shopping and all this scrolling that you're doing, and you'd like to stop by and actually learn something.
Is that like a lead magnet? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I would like some bourbon chicken. I heard you can grill some steaks pretty well. So I'm in for the bourbon chicken.
John says, don't forget the foreplay phase. Wow, John, just going
Quickly. Yeah.
right for the jugular there on that one, big guy. I love it.
It's
Are you
10
guys?
a.m., John. Jeez.
John is frisky in the morning. He's
You know,
frisky man in the morning.
there ain't
I
nothing
like
wrong
it.
with
I'm not.
that.
Hey, the older you get, the less time you got to be frisky. Get it in, buddy.
You know?
Are you guys picking up what we're putting down here? Many of you are slamming your product, whether it be, hey, you're potentially in our Project 100X challenge here for legendary marketer affiliates, and you're really excited, and you're like wanting to take our challenge, and it's the best challenge, and take it, and have you heard of legendary marketer, and yada yada yada, and I partnered with this company, and all this kind of stuff, and people don't care about any of that. They don't care about any of that. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I've been teaching for years is, and I teach it with a story. It's how when I got into like network marketing and stuff, wanted to put a big wrap on my car and drive around with a company name. We were selling cell phones. It was refer 3, get yours free, and I was going to put it on. It was called WUL Mobile. I was going to put it on my truck. I couldn't afford the wrap. So I just went to Vistaprint and I got the free magnet. Vistaprint, I don't know if they still do it, but they'd send you like a free mouse pad and a free magnet and a couple of free pens or whatever with your like branding or whatever you wanted on it. So yeah. And anytime I went anywhere, of course, I'd have to run back into the house and go get my magnet to, put up, because I wanted to drive around with my magnet, my advertising on my old gray rusty truck. And what people would do, they wouldn't call me, they just Google it themselves, or they just look it up, just because people are skeptical. People are skeptical. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. People are skeptical, especially if you're not delivering and showing that you can give them value first. And so, Kim, what should we do instead of just slamming or even talking and mentioning the name of the product or the company? And again, friends, this applies to anything that you're promoting. All of these episodes, all of our curriculum apply to everything that you could be promoting online, especially in the digital space. And so what should we do instead? Lay it out for us.
Yes, this is key here. What Dave is leading to is the business model that we're taught as LM affiliates is the exact same business model, as Dave just said, that every niche is going to use. So there's skepticism you're going to receive from about 99% of the people who are interested in what you're doing. So if you come out of the gate with, here's the whole plate of chicken, I don't even know what it tastes like, I don't even know who you are, you're going to overwhelm them, and they're going to keep scrolling, and they're going to be even more skeptical. Or like Dave's saying, they're going to come at you with oh, I already know about LM. They already maybe have a preconceived notion. So instead, this is where your lead magnet comes in. What are you going to offer them? So stop talking about the opportunity. Talk about the transformation, the emotions, the pain points. Lead them in your content to what do you have to give them for free? That bourbon chicken on that toothpick is what you have for free. Give them the taster, and wow, that transformed her life. And so I want a bigger piece now. I want a bigger piece of that chicken after watching that freebie, that emotion, because I can tell you, for example, I don't know if you're familiar with this. This is part of my everyday life, but to you, this probably means nothing. But if I told you, hey, so this is silicone, and these are, what are these things? Suction cup things, and it's got a magnet. You're like, who the fuck cares? But if I say, here's my phone, and when I slap this here, I can suction cup this to anything, to a wall. And you as a marketer is going to say, whoa, hang on. What are you saying? You can suction cup your phone anywhere you go, and that fits in your pocket. So I'm not talking about the product. I'm talking about what the product is going to do for me, for my life. So your lead magnet, as like for clarity too, it doesn't have to be an ebook. It can be an ebook, It doesn't have to be an ebook. It doesn't. Mine is a video. It doesn't have to be a video. Go back to Chat GPT. Think about your target audience. What do they want for free? Do they want a tiny piece of bourbon chicken, or what do they want? Do they want a checklist? What do they want? And give it away for free so that they see then the next step is, this is where I learned this from. That's the next step. I never mentioned Legendary Marketer. I never mentioned Dave. I have more recently now being in this role, but historically, I don't talk about LM. I don't talk about a 5-day challenge. I talk about in my content. And if you want to learn more, I have a video. This is my lead magnet. I talk about my lead magnet. Go grab the lead magnet. Very, very seldom do I just say, here's the link to the 5-day challenge. Very seldom.
Yeah. And again, it's basic affiliate marketing principles. These are principles. This is nuanced information. This is about context. Okay. The context of affiliate marketing, it's important to understand what you're doing. It's important to understand the context, the nuances of what specific business that you're in. This is an important thing to understand no matter what business that you're in. Entrepreneurship, business ownership. You have to understand the business that you're in. And the business that you're in with affiliate marketing is there is a benefit to it, but there also can be downsides, right? If you don't do it right. The downside, if you're out there acting like you're a salesperson, like a door-to-door salesperson who has like the company logo like right on your shirt, like I do, right? I'm in the company though. I am Legendary Marketer. Now you may love Legendary Marketer, get a lot of value from Legendary Marketer, but you're not an employee of Legendary Marketer. You're an employee of Kimbalum Incorporated. You're an employee of, who else is on here? Who else is incorporated? Who else is in business? Do you have a business? What's your business name?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. Who's not incorporated? Who doesn't have an actual business? Because you may think that you work for Legendary Marketer. You don't. You're an affiliate of Legendary Marketer, perhaps, which means that you have a 1099 relationship. Mm-hmm. You could have a 1099 relationship with as many companies as you want. Whereas if you're an employee of a company, you likely have an employment contract, and that company expects you to work for them full time. They're paying you a full time, either hourly or salary wage, not a commission only. If you're earning just a commission from a company, all right, Craig Legacy, Emerald City Ventures, AGT Digital Solutions, Empower Alchemist, AMA Enterprise Group, Mama Money Care. This is the company you work for. MMF Consultants, SAO Ventures LLC. Now we're talking. See how many different companies are on this live stream right now? See how many different companies? That's the company that you work for. And guess who the spokesperson of that company is? The CEO of that company is. Kimbalum's the CEO of Kimbalum Incorporated. Allison is the CEO of RAL Horizons. Okay, Diaz, you're the CEO of Vasquez Legacy LLC. Leanne Davis, you're the CEO of LAS Global Solutions. Thanks for being on. We have a lot of CEOs on this call today. Wow. That's pretty cool, Kim.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So you're you know what the CEO does inside of a business? The CEO is the main spokesperson. They're the main spokesperson. They're the main salesperson for that organization. Yes, they do other things, but the CEO, if a company is going to present on Investor Day, which is happening, Walmart just had Investor Day, as a matter of fact. I was just listening to some of the CEO's presentation. If something important needs to be said, the CEO is the one who delivers that information. And so even though you may have a relationship with other companies, In this case, maybe you have a relationship with Legendary Marketer where you're promoting our products. You are still the company. Your name needs to be the thing that you're building up. Your brand needs to be the thing that you're marketing. And in the back end, it needs to make sense to them. You have to make sense to them why you are affiliated with this company, why you are sending them to this company. Kim, what am I missing?
Yes, no, that's perfect. I was gonna say that too. Like, so that's where it starts. That's where you get the ball rolling. Content leading them to your lead magnet, you, the CEO, your company. And I saw Carrie Moss say, like, oh man, this is so good because I always blow my wad from the beginning. Like, you're gonna blow your wad at one point, but it's not from the beginning. So it's coming next. So there's different types of buyers. Think about how you buy. Remember, because you are your target audience. So I'm the type of person, I either know I want the product or I come across it and I don't know. Ask my husband, I drive him crazy in a store. If I don't know if I want the product, I hold it. I don't put it in the cart because I want to be able to put it right back when I decide I don't want it. So there's people who are going to blindly, silently buy. That you got their trust. They're blind buyers. They're silent purchasers. And then there's people who got to watch and they got to hold on to that product or that thought for a minute before they make that purchase. And those people may reach out to you and say, now that they've identified that you're affiliated with LM, they might ask you why. Why are you affiliated with LM? What do you love about LM? And again, this is not necessarily, I would say maybe I have done this 2 times. They're not asking me what's inside the course. They're not asking me, what do they teach me? This is still me talking about the transformation. This is still me talking about, I do this now instead of a traditional work environment because of what I learned in there. Everything I know, I learned in that course. I'm not saying on day 1, Dave, the agenda looks like this, and Dave is going to talk to you about, like, I haven't done that. I've had don't get me wrong. Maybe 2 people have asked me that. What am I going to learn inside? That's a different buyer. I don't understand that. I have never wanted to know what this thing is made out of, right? But know why you're an affiliate for LM. Get to know LM. The more you dig into why you're an affiliate for LM, the more you're going to love it. And so when people come to you and ask you, you're going to be able to just be like, yeah, I'm an affiliate for LM. Oh my gosh, they're an amazing company. Let me tell you about them. But that's after they've self-identified that you're an affiliate for LM. Because if you do that from the gate, all those silent buyers have gone to Google and they're no longer cookied to you.
This is applicable to anything you're promoting as an affiliate also, people. Yes. This is golden, platinum, diamond nuggets. I mean, just all over you, right? Courtney says it took me 14 months to realize this. Like, this is look, this is so important for you guys to understand. And I know we're dropping this this morning for free. So sometimes when you don't pay attention, but pay attention to this, because this is also things that I teach right inside of our multi-$1,000 curriculum and high-level programs. I go through this in depth. We're giving it to you here for free this morning, at least this part, because we want you to understand that you're losing sales when you don't do this, when you don't understand these concepts. And there's, of course, the dynamics, which I'm explaining to you from a 30,000 foot perspective of, look, you're the CEO, what I just went over in terms of the CEO talk. We got Cat UFC going on in here. We got they're warming up right now. They're getting ready to go at it here in a minute. I'm going to have to get this on camera for everybody one day, just so you guys kind of understand, but it's hard to catch because they'll be playing and then all of a sudden it's like, rah, 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 and then the next minute they're licking each other. But I'm talking about the dynamics from a 30,000 foot perspective. We're also talking about the mechanics of, here's how to present yourself and what you send somebody at first before you just blast your link in bio, link in bio. You know, it's like you have to make them want it and explain to them why they need it before you offer them your lead magnet. And you, of course, the lead magnet doesn't always have to be link in bio, click my link, send me a DM. Many of you don't even need automation set up. You don't need fancy software. Just leave a comment. I'll send it to you. Send me a DM. I'll send it to you. I just made a new document about prompts that I'm using for AI that are helping my emails or whatever it is. I've got a prompt that you can use to get to know your dog better, to figure out what is the best solution in terms of how to walk them to get them to heal, and kind of help them use artificial intelligence within their whatever their problem is. I mean, this is something that every single one of you, I'm just giving you ideas for fresh lead magnets that you could give away no matter what your niche is, but especially if you're in our niche or happen to be an affiliate of ours, which again, we're talking a lot about this right now because we're kind of encouraging a lot of people to get in the game. We've got a great product. We're doing a challenge with our affiliates. So if you do happen to be inside of this niche promoting us, for example, then giving away, you could have a new prompt sheet or a new AI prompt list or command list that you're giving away on a daily basis, something new and fresh that people could use, that they will DM you about. You just show them how to use AI in a new way, in a different way, in a way that they already may know but don't have the prompts yet. Have them drop a comment, prompts, AI, new way, fresh, leads, heal. Use these sort of keywords and have them drop you a comment or send you a DM. Let's talk about people being skeptical for a minute. Let's transition here to part number 2 of what you need to know as an affiliate marketer in 2025. It's the same thing you needed to know about affiliate marketing in 2014. People are going to be skeptical. Mm-hmm. People are going to be in your DMs. They're going to say, oh, you're just hawking a course, or you're just selling a gizmo or a gadget. They'll always come to you with their objections. And here's the beautiful thing about somebody voicing an objection to you. If they're actually voicing it to you, let me use an analogy. Because in marketing, there's nothing more powerful than the perfect analogy. Write that down. If your child comes to you to talk about drugs first, you're blessed. If your kid just goes behind your back and just uses drugs without talking to you first, you got a problem on your hands. How does that relate to our buyers in our audience? Well, they just ignore you. They just don't talk to you. They just take their little, I call them unvoiced skepticisms, and they just go about their business. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's no real impact on you. I mean, you never know. It's just tumbleweeds. If they come to you and they voice their skepticism, you're blessed. Hey, why are you just hawking a gadget, gizmo, course, book, ebook? That's all you're doing here. I mean, people will say anything. Oh, you're promoting that? I heard about that. Do you know how many arguments there have been over the years between Android and Apple? The more people are saying your name, the more they're in the active marketplace buying process to actually take action on something. Oh, I've heard of you. Oh, I heard it was really hard. You know how long I was in the sort of contemplative state of back when I used a PC of switching. This wasn't even about iPhones. I was talking to my buddy. He's gone now. Rest in peace. He was the Apple guy way before it was, way before I was on Apple. And I went to him. I mean, countless conversations. I think I might be ready to try out Apple. Think I might be ready. But I've heard that it's this and this and this. So, friends, if you have somebody who's bringing their skepticisms to you, which, oh, by the way, you think that in 2025, people are just suddenly, all of a sudden, skeptical now? Or they're all of a sudden, oh, you're an affiliate for Legendary? Oh, I've heard about that before. I've heard about that. People are also saying that about every other company that's relevant in the marketplace. They're saying that about every other product that's relevant, that's a market leader. So if somebody knows about what you're doing, if they've heard about what you're promoting, use it to your advantage, because it's not new. You're not going to go into another. Guess what? Don't you work at a dermatologist or a beauty spa or something one day a week?
Yeah.
Okay, a med spa. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how many, there was a time that I bet Botox was everything, but now there's this treatment and there's CO2 fractional laser and there's this and this and this. And it's like, people come in, they're more educated today, right? And it's about constantly taking those objections and those skepticisms and in making sense of them for people so they can make a buying decision, right?
Oh yeah. Everyone comes in and they want to look younger, but they don't want to look like Kim Kardashian. Well, guess what? I'm not a plastic surgeon. I can't make you look like Kim Kardashian. So it's like the skepticism's everywhere. Skepticism is everywhere. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not unique to this business or our company, or here's the dirty little secret that none of you really realize, is that no matter what somebody's saying in terms of my name, ultimately in the long run, it's a good thing, whether it's good or bad. Because ultimately, I know that I'm going to stand the test of time. I'm going to stay in business, and more people are going to hear about what I'm doing. And if they're shouting my praises, wonderful. If they're not, that's okay. It's probably going to let a lot of people know about me from their audience, and they're going to come over, and I'll win them over with actual value that I deliver, instead of just criticism and dragging names through the mud.
That's it right there.
And here's the dirty little secret that nobody really realizes about why I don't say you guys' names. If you are hating, it's because the airtime from my mouth is way too expensive to criticize you. The airtime from you got to pay for that. You got to pay. I'll never say your name. So if you are criticizing or hating or trying to drag my name through the mud, keep doing it. Because in 2025, consumers are smarter than to think that just because you hate, you're better. If you hate, you're triggered. We know that now. If you're dragging somebody's name through the mud, you're triggered. Mm-hmm. We get that. You're insecure. You're scared of something. You're scared of me. You're scared of whatever else is that you're hating on. So you'll never hear me say somebody else's name, a hater, somebody who's criticizing me, because I'm just using that. I'm allowing their audience to come to me, and I'll deliver value to them. I'll win them over in the long run. And the person who is dragging my name through the mud will become irrelevant. And we've seen it happen. I'm still doing exactly what I've been doing for the past 16 years. Legendary Marketer's still doing the exact same thing that it's been doing for the past 8 years. And every single person who's criticized us over the last 8 years, it has jumped to doing something else. Every single person who's criticized us is no longer doing what they were doing. They're off TikTok shopping or hawking some piece of crap from China. Because they just go wherever the fast cash is. I'm building an actual business here. I've got employees here. I've got a team here. I've got real clients here. We've got a real community here. We do actual events here. We show up for people in real life here. We meet people in real cities here. Haters don't come out of their tiny little shitty offices at home.
Are you guys taking notes? This is it. Being an affiliate for LM, my DMs are full of skepticism. And when I start to explain why I'm an affiliate for LM, why I love being an affiliate for LM, there's sales that occur repeatedly because it's, oh, wow, you're somebody with integrity. You're somebody who actually wants to help me. You're somebody that I find valuable. All of a sudden, they're like, she can help me. She can help me. And it's not my education. That's the bridge. Is this company is going to help you, but you're the bridge. Hence the bridge page. Okay. Everyone, where do I put my affiliate link? On your bridge page. You're the bridge. Tell them what they need to know. Literally just yesterday, I am looking on social media for somebody to tell me what patio lights to buy. I don't want to go on the internet to find it. I just want somebody to tell me what to buy. That's what people need. I don't want to search hours and hours and hours on Home Depot and Lowe's and Wayfair. Like, I just want to find the person who's already found them for me. And that's what we're doing. So people are going to identify lead magnet. And then they are going to identify and be skeptical. But remember, were you skeptical? I was skeptical. And then it's $5. Because what's the worst that can happen? You spend $5 and you feel like you didn't get anything out of it. Well, how much money do you waste on lunch or Starbucks or whatever you're buying from Amazon today? It's more than $5. I know that. I know what that looks like. So, like, learn how to articulate it and don't argue with somebody. Just lead with information and facts. And if they don't like it, done. Boom. Stop wasting time.
If they don't like it, keep saying it. I want to add to that because that's so important. What you just said is so powerful. Just keep saying the same thing over and over again, because more than ever in 2025, people need to hear it more times. You remember how, and I'm sure many of you have heard this concept, a buyer needs 7 exposures before they make a buying decision. Yeah, that was 1989. Multiply that by 4. This is 2025. They need 7, 14, 21, 28 exposures. Probably. I'm just literally pulling that. But I know it's a lot more than 7. It's a lot more than 7. That is old. That's antiquated. That's not true anymore. And people who are kind of saying that are stuck in 1989. It takes probably 25 to 50 exposures in 2025 for somebody to make a buying decision.
1,000.
And if you want to give yourself an edge, think that it's going to take 100 exposures. 100 exposures for that person to make a buying decision. Because they need to hear you say the same thing 100 times. They need to see it in their inbox 100 times. They need to see your message, you saying the same thing 100 times on their timeline before they're like, okay. And here's the thing. They may go try other things, buy other things. That's fine. They've probably heard that 100 times too. If they're buying something else, somebody else beat you to that 100 mark. Just think about it. Project 100X, right? We're in this 100 thing right now. Think when you're building your business, when you're creating content, you're like, I did my 3 posts today. It's not about that. Like your customers need to hear from you the same message, not another message, the same message 100 times before they make a buying decision. It's 2025, people. There's more creators. There's more content out there. There's more options. There's more distractions. There's lower attention spans. They need to hear from you to know that you're the truth. to know that you're going to still be beating that drum. Do you want to know half? I would say half, roughly. This is just pulling an assumption out of the air, but I would say half of my business over 16 years has been from people who like kind of buy and then, you know, they maybe heard, maybe not 100 times, but they heard me 10 or 15 times or 20 times. And then half of my business is people coming back months and years later who are like, damn, man, dude's still talking his shit. Same thing. Same thing. Why do people go to Tony Robbins? Why has he compounded his authority and his brand over 40 years? It's because if you go back, and he's running this ad for his UPW right now where he's showing himself in 1989 in an interview with a babyface saying the same thing. So stop thinking that you need the newest, freshest thing. You just need to say your thing more times. You just need to give people an opportunity to be able to hear from you enough to know that you're the truth, that you're not going anywhere. Bring us home, Kim.
Yeah, exactly. My DMs, my sales, people, I've been following you for 2 years. I remember when you started this account. And I'm like, wow, thanks for still being here. Now I'm interested. Now I'm interested in what you have to say. And or the silent buyers who, when I tag them into a different email campaign, I notice when they subscribed. I'm like, shit, she subscribed 1.5 years ago and she's still reading my emails. So if that gives you motivation to just keep saying the same thing over and over and over, just keep sending the emails. That email campaign does not end. How many emails do I need to put in it? Until infinity and beyond. Like, just keep saying the same thing. Another thing I wanted to say is go in it to serve, not for the money. The money will come. Serve and help, and the rest will follow. But if you're like, I need to make a buck, I need to make a buck, it's another day without a buck. It's how are you helping people, and the money will follow.
It sure will. It sure will. Well, my friend, once again, we killed it. At least by the sound off in the comments, you guys are picking up what we're putting down. We're not impressed by ourselves. The only thing we care about is if what we're saying is hitting home. And I think that it is. My hope is that it is. That's at least what it looks like in the comments. You guys are picking up what we're putting down. And as long as that happens, our job here is complete. Kim, we'll see you inside of the Legendary Marketer Affiliates Group. Thank you for your amazing help with Project 100X, all your training, all your support, your original idea to get it going and off the ground here to support all of our affiliates. Let's give Kim so much love anytime you see her or wherever you see her out on the internet. And until next time, which is probably later today. See you later, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, my friends, I am going to also be dropping our affiliate group where you can find Kim and me and all of our affiliates doing our Project 100X challenge. I'm dropping that inside of the comments right now. Our official affiliates Facebook group is Legendary Marketer Affiliates Official. You can find us on Facebook in our group, Legendary Marketer Affiliates Official. Now, again, that is exclusive to Legendary Marketer Affiliates or those who would like to be affiliates. We are in a big push to support our affiliates. And we also happen to teach affiliate marketing. So there's a lot of relevance and spillover there. If you are just finding us, seeing us, hearing us for the first, second, third, or 50th time, and you've not yet done anything, I encourage you to take our 5-day marketing challenge. Okay. We call it the Learn, Launch, Lead Challenge. That is the current challenge that we have out and available for you to take. Go and get started with that. If somebody referred you here, maybe we have one of our great affiliates here on the show, then ask that person for their affiliate link and know that they'll get paid a commission at no additional cost to you for buying through their link, and you get to support a creator. All right, my friends, we'll see you back here tomorrow for another amazing episode of Wake Up Legendary. Have a great day. Thanks again, Kim. Peace.